Tesla Incorporated's new car factories in Texas and Berlin are losing billions of dollars as they find it difficult to increase production due to a battery shortage and China port issues. Welcome to First Class Tech, and in this video, we'll take a look at why Tesla factories are losing billions of dollars. Right now, both the Berlin and Austin factories are massive money furnaces. Okay? It sounds like a massive roaring sound, which is the sound of money on fire. On May 31, Musk spoke with Tesla owners of Silicon Valley, an official Tesla-recognized club in Austin, Texas. The interview with Musk was divided into 3 parts, the last of which was released on Wednesday. Tesla's Texas factory produces a tiny number of cars due to difficulties in ramping up production of its new 4,680 batteries and tools to make its conventional 2,170 batteries being stuck in port in China, according to Musk. This will all be fixed quickly, but it will take a lot of attention, he said. He claims that its Berlin plant is in a slightly better position because it began using traditional 2,170 batteries for cars built there. He described the COVID-19 related shutdowns in Shanghai as extremely difficult. According to him, the shutdown impacted not only Tesla's Shanghai factory, but also its California plant, which uses some vehicle parts made in China. According to an internal memo obtained by Reuters, Tesla plans to halt most production at its Shanghai plant in the first 2 weeks of July to work on an upgrade to increase output. The last 2 years have been an absolute nightmare of supply chain interruptions, one thing after another, Musk said. Tesla's primary concern, he stated, is how do we keep the factories running so we can pay people and not go bankrupt? Musk stated earlier this month that he had a super bad feeling about the economy and that the company needed to cut about 10% of its workforce and pause all hiring globally. Earlier this week, he announced a 10% reduction in salaried staff at Tesla over the next 3 months. Tesla began production earlier this year at factories in Berlin and Texas, both of which are critical to the company's growth plans. Musk predicted that Tesla would begin production of its delayed Cybertruck electric pickup trucks in mid-2023. By the way, if you're watching us for the first time, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can enjoy our future videos while getting updated. Getting back to the topic. Elon Musk proclaimed that the US economy was probably in a recession, contradicting economists and accessible evidence, and warned businesses to keep an eye on costs and cash flows. These things will pass, and then there will be boom times again, Musk said at the All-In Summit in Miami Beach. According to a Twitter user who live-streamed his remarks, it'll definitely be difficult for, a year, maybe 12 to 18 months. Fears of a recession have grown recently as the Federal Reserve tightens monetary policy to try lower inflation, which is nearing its highest level since the early 1980s. Nonetheless, according to the most recent Bloomberg monthly survey of experts, the chances of a slump in the following year are at 30%. The US economy fell by 1.4% on an annualized basis in the first quarter, owing mostly to a record trade imbalance. Demand, consumer spending, and industry investment in equipment all increased at the start of 2022. According to the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta's GDP Now projection, second quarter GDP will rise at a 1.8% annual rate. Musk made the comments about the economy and politics during a video presence at the technology conference. He's in the midst of a $44 billion acquisition bid for Twitter Incorporated, and he's pressing the social media giant for additional information on how many of its claimed users are actually bots. Musk said that recessions aren't always a negative thing, adding that he's gone through a few during his time working for public firms. What tends to happen is that if you have a boom that lasts too long, you get misallocation of capital, and it basically starts sharing money on fools, he explained. When asked about fellow billionaire Jeff Bezos' recent comments about inflation, Musk replied the increased prices were just the product of money printing. According to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, Musk and Bezos are the world's richest people, ranking first and second. The honest reason for inflation is that the government printed 1 million times more money than it had, Musk explained, adding that countries such as Venezuela have already gone down the same road. It's not like this is incredibly complicated. Musk described himself as a moderate who has overwhelmingly voted with Democrats in the past, although he is not a fan of US President Joe Biden's administration. He has chastised the Democratic president for downplaying Tesla's role in the transition to electric vehicles. This administration just doesn't seem to get anything done. Musk said, adding that immigration policy should be handled. It's critical that the United States be seen as a destination for the world's greatest talent. While Musk previously stated that he might never vote for a Republican, he has stated that he may change his mind in the next election. With everything going on, we can feel the global economic crisis. This has not spared Tesla, which plans to lay off 10% of its workforce. This is actually a positive thing. Musk responded to a Twitter user's question. For far too long, it has been pouring money on fools. Some bankruptcies are required. Also, he said, all the COVID stay-at-home crap has duped people into thinking you don't need to work hard. A rude awakening awaits. It's strong words from a man who is reported to be worth more than $218 billion, more than anyone else on the planet. It also conveniently ignores the substantial benefits Musk himself received in the course of increasing his net worth after paying $6.5 million for a controlling stake in Tesla in 2004. How did Musk endure the subsequent economic storms and painful awakenings? On Twitter, Musk also stated that a recession would be beneficial because businesses that are innately negative cash flow need to die, so that they stop devouring resources. Tesla raised $20 billion in capital from 2010 to 2018, while producing a negative cash flow of $9 billion. 2021 was the company's first full year of profitability. Washington isn't the only one who has been generous. Tesla also receives state tax advantages for green automobiles and often receives corporate subsidies. Since last August, the business has obtained approximately $64 million in incentives to relocate to Austin, Texas, and construct Giga Texas, the brand new factory that will produce another outrageous Musk concept, the Tesla Cybertruck. Musk's other businesses have also benefited from corporate welfare programs. According to the Los Angeles Times, Musk firms receive about $5 billion in government assistance in 2015. That includes SpaceX, which recently received a $2.89 billion contract with NASA, and a $653 million Air Force contract, both in 2021, and SolarCity, which received $1.5 billion in government aid and lost money before being absorbed into Tesla, which accepted payroll benefits from Donald Trump's $600 billion pandemic stimulus package. Musk may scold work-from-home employees all he wants, but when it comes to handouts and loans, few have been showered on more than him. Former Tesla Incorporated employees have filed a lawsuit against the company, alleging that its decision to conduct a mass layoff violated federal law because the company did not provide advance notice of the job cuts. Two workers who claimed they were fired from Tesla's Gigafactory plant in Sparks, Nevada, filed the lawsuit late Sunday in Texas. According to the lawsuit, over 500 employees were laid off at the Nevada factory. According to the lawsuit, the workers claimed the company violated federal laws on mass layoffs, which require a 60-day notice period under the Worker Adjustment and Retraining Notification Act. They are requesting class action status for all former Tesla employees in the United States who were laid off without notice in May or June. Tesla simply informed the employees that their terminations would be effective immediately, according to the complaint. Musk dismissed the lawsuit as trivial. Let's not read too much into a preemptive lawsuit that has no standing, he said at the Bloomberg-organized Qatar Economic Forum. Whatever is related to Tesla seems to get a lot of clicks, whether it is trivial or significant. I'd classify the lawsuit you're referring to as insignificant. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. What are your views about this? Let us know in the comments. Like this video and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in